All right, let's talk about E equals mx squared. I'm sure you've seen this equation scribbled on classroom boards, printed on t-shirts, or floating around in memes. But what does it mean? And why is it so famous? So, picture this. It's the early 1900s. Albert Einstein is sitting at his desk, probably with wild hair, and he comes up with this equation that forever changes how we see the universe. E equals mx squared. It looks simple, but it's unbelievably deep. Let's break it down. E stands for energy, m is mass, and c is the speed of light. The speed of light, by the way, is about 300 million meters per second. That's fast enough to circle the Earth 7 times in just 1 second. And then, here's the kicker. C is squared in this formula. So what Einstein is saying here is that mass and energy are 2 sides of the same coin. They're interchangeable. If you take a tiny bit of mass and multiply it by the speed of light squared, you get a huge amount of energy. That's why even a speck of dust has an enormous amount of energy locked inside it. This is the principle behind nuclear power, and yes, nuclear bombs. When atoms split or fuse, a tiny amount of mass disappears, but it's not gone. It turns into energy. And not just a little. Thanks to c squared, it's a mind-boggling amount. But here's something wild. This equation isn't just for physicists in labs. It's woven into everyday life. The sun, for example, shines because of E equals mx squared. Deep inside, hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, and a bit of mass vanishes, poof, becoming sunlight that warms your face. And get this, whenever you charge your phone, technically, the battery weighs just a teensy bit more than when it's empty. Why? Because of the energy stored inside. It's a difference way too tiny to measure, but it's there. E equals mc squared also helps us understand the fabric of reality on the most fundamental level. It tells us that mass isn't just some boring weight, it's stored energy. And energy isn't some invisible force, it actually has weight. So the next time you hear E equals mx squared, remember, you're not just looking at a formula. You're looking at a secret code for how the universe works. It's the reason stars shine, why nuclear reactors hum, and why, in a way, everything around you is more energetic than you can possibly imagine. Einstein gave us a window into the true nature of reality. And all of it, in 3 little symbols, E equals mx squared. How cool is that?